We'll show you the top 10 things to do in New York City in this video. The recommendations are based on our fascinating excursion to the never-ending city. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications if you haven't already. Also, tell us about your own New York adventures in the comments section below. Here are our top 10 suggestions. Times Square, number 10. Times Square is one of the world's busiest pedestrian areas. The location is right in the middle of Manhattan. It's known for its massive electric advertisements that create a strange neon ambience, as well as well-known theaters, retail, and culinary options. Every year it gets around 50 million tourists. The New York Times Tower gave the area its name. Built in 1904 as the headquarters of the New York Times newspaper, when the neighborhood became the social hub of New York's upper crust. In 1904, the first electrified advertisements debuted in the square. With its Broadway theater, Times Square is also the heart of New York's entertainment industry. The New Year's Eve ball drop takes place in this district. This is perhaps one of the world's most well-known New Year's Eve events. Did you know that precisely exactly 11:57 p.m. every night, Times Square's screens change into a 3-minute art show? One World Observatory and 9/11 Memorial, number 9. The One World Observatory is a viewing platform. The Freedom Tower, commonly known as One World Trade Center, is located on the top floors of the building. The building is the tallest in North America as well as the Western Hemisphere. From a height of 1,250 feet, the One World Observatory offers breathtaking views of New York City. You'll enter the observatory via an incredible elevator trip with a virtual reality experience. From the 1500s to the present, a time-lapse video recreates the evolution of New York City's skyline. The descent back to ground level is reminiscent of a simulated helicopter trip around the structure. Number 8. Parks. Hundreds of parks and recreation spaces may be found in New York City, providing a welcome respite from the hustle and bustle of metropolitan life. Here are some of New York City's nicest parks. Built on a former railroad spur, the High Line is a nearly 1.5-mile-long elevated park. Above New York, it has been reconstructed as a living system with wonderful green zones. You can stroll across the High Line Park, read a book, or take a bike ride through one of the 11 entrances. The most frequented urban park in the United States is Central Park. It is one of the most well-known parks in the world. It spans 843 acres and includes lakes, meadows, amazing structures, and much more. In 1858, the first public parts of Central Park were opened to the public. Central Park was a popular ice skating destination as early as the 1890s. Despite its location in Manhattan, where it is surrounded by huge buildings and metropolitan activities, it's difficult to believe you're in a huge metropolis. The following are some of the more spectacular sights. Sheep Meadow is a wonderful spot for a picnic. The lake is visible from the Bethesda Terrace and Fountain. The well-known Bow Bridge, which has been featured in a number of films. A wooded area with lovely walkways, the magnificent Belvedere Castle. Other attractions include Cleopatra's Needle. Central Park is a popular recreation area as well. Iconic buildings, number 7. Without its distinctive skyline, New York would not be New York. Across the entire island of Manhattan, the Big Apple is home to a number of one-of-a-kind and internationally renowned structures. The Vessel is one of New York City's newest architectural marvels. This incredible 16-story building first opened its doors in 2019. Close to High Line Park, as part of the Hudson Yards redevelopment project. This interactive artwork has a spiral staircase that you may ascend and see New York from a different perspective. In 1902, the Flatiron Building was finished. It is also known as one of the world's most recognizable towers. Because of its odd triangular shape and resemblance to the Fuller Building, it was once known as the Fuller Building. Flatiron was the name given to the skyscraper after it was renamed from Clothes Iron. The Chrysler Building was the world's tallest building when it was completed in 1930. At the time of the project's completion, until the mid-1950s, the building housed the Chrysler Corporation's corporate headquarters. It is widely regarded as one of the most influential buildings in the Art Deco style of architecture. The Chrysler skyscraper, however, was only the highest building for 11 months until being eclipsed. The Empire State Building, another Art Deco classic skyscraper, was completed in 1931. The Empire State Building was named from a New York moniker, the Empire State. The Empire State Building is still the country's 5th tallest skyscraper. Little Italy and Chinatown, number 6. Two New York neighborhoods that have played a significant role in the city's cultural history. Lower Manhattan is home to Little Italy and Chinatown. Little Italy, also known as Piccola Italia, was once a large Italian immigrant community. It was a well-known mobster hangout, and you can even take a mafia walking tour there. Little Italy is also featured in the film The Godfather. There are still a few Italian restaurants and cafes in Little Italy today, but the majority are in New York City. Little Italy is diminishing as a result of the relocation of the original Italian population. On one side, there's Chinatown, and on the other, there's affluent Soho. Little Italy, on the other hand, is today a major tourist destination. Chinatown is home to the Western Hemisphere's largest ethnic Chinese population. Between 90,000 and 100,000 people are estimated to have died. There are several Chinese restaurants, businesses, and cultural groups in the area. Museums. Number 5. New York City is one of the world's most important cultural and artistic centers. There are various museums in this city. So much so that a portion of Manhattan's Fifth Avenue, where several of the world's most famous museums are located, has been designated as a museum district. The Guggenheim Museum houses Impressionist, Post-Impressionist, and early modern art, as well as various temporary exhibitions of modern and contemporary art. The museum is particularly noted for its stunning architecture, which includes a central rotunda, where the artwork is on exhibit. Even if Impressionism isn't your thing, the structure itself is worth seeing. It is a work of art designed by Frank Lloyd Wright. The New York Transit Museum in Brooklyn gives visitors an insight into the city's fascinating past. Of New York's complicated public transportation system, a collection of subway trains is on show at the museum, which is housed in a former subway station, from the beginning to the present. In New York, there are numerous additional noteworthy museums. Grand Central Terminal. Number 4. Grand Central Terminal is a world-famous commuter train station in the heart of Manhattan's financial district. The structure also has a variety of shops and eateries on various floors. You're certainly familiar with the main concourse, which has an iconic clock in the center. It is a popular gathering spot for movies. Grand Promenade Terminal is known for its stunning Beaux Arts architecture and central location. It is one among the top 10 most visited tourist attractions in the world, having been finished in 1913. The Whispering Gallery, located beneath the main concourse, is not to be missed. A person standing in one corner can clearly hear someone standing on the other side. Brooklyn Bridge. Number 3. Brooklyn and Manhattan are connected via the Brooklyn Bridge. The East River connects 2 of New York's 5 boroughs. It was the world's largest suspension bridge when it debuted in 1883. The Brooklyn Bridge measures 1,596 feet, 486 meters, in length and 277 feet, 84 meters, in height. It is one among New York City's most popular tourist attractions. While there was formerly a railway line on the bridge, it is now exclusively open to pedestrians. The bridge is closed to automobiles, pedestrians, cyclists, and commercial vehicles. Wall Street. Number 2. New York City would most likely not be considered one of the world's major cities. Without Wall Street, financial hubs exist. Wall Street is a real street in Manhattan's financial center that is over 100 years old. Over the years, the term Wall Street has come to represent the American financial markets in 2 ways. New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ are 2 of the world's largest stock exchanges. They're both on Wall Street. The New York Stock Exchange building is the most well-known structure on Wall Street. Despite the presence of many other remarkable structures in the neighborhood, consider the Federal Hall or Trinity Church, for example. 2 stunning statues, Fearless Girl in front of the stock market, are not to be missed, and the adjoining Bowling Green Park's Charging Bull. Our travel guide has more information on the meanings of both statues. Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island. Number 1. Liberty Enlightening the World, or the Statue of Liberty as we know it today, is a 151-foot-tall, 4 to 6 meter statue on Liberty Island in New York Harbor. In 1886, the French people gave the United States a gift of friendship in the form of a statue. It depicts Libertas, a Roman goddess of liberty who wields a torch in her right hand. In her left hand, she holds a tablet bearing the date of the U.S. Declaration of Independence, July 4, 1776. The statue is regarded as a universal emblem of democracy and freedom. A new Statue of Liberty museum has been added to Liberty Island. The original torch is on display here. Another museum dedicated to the past immigration system can be seen on the nearby Ellis Island. From 1892 through 1954, there was an inspection station on the island. Through Ellis Island, more than 12 million immigrants entered the United States. The American Museum of Immigration gives visitors a taste of what life was like for immigrants in the United States. For the first time, I'm in America, looking for a better life. On the island's south side, don't miss the Ellis Island Immigrant Hospital Complex. It can only be seen on a guided tour. You must purchase a ticket to see either the Statue of Liberty or Ellis Island. Do you have a favorite New York City location? Or have you visited one of the locations featured in this video? Please share it in the comments section below. Also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications if you haven't already, so that we may continue to provide you with excellent content.